Good morning and welcome to week 2, day number 1 of the Namaste New Year Challenge. I'm so excited that you're joining me for practice this morning. Today we have a moon salutation sequence with a couple warrior poses thrown in, and then we move into a visualization practice. So we'll flip the journaling and the meditation slots. So meditation will actually be after journaling today because we'll use some of the prompts from the journal practice to help fuel our visualization practice. Okay, with that said, let's go ahead and get started. Just find a nice comfortable seat somewhere. Ideally, you have some blocks or something, or you could even sit in a chair. Just take some deep breaths in here, settling in. Allow yourself to find a little bit of silence to start the day. Nice deep breath in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Deep breath in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale energy through the nose. Exhale peace through the mouth. One more together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, make an audible exhale. A sigh of relief. Return to normal breathing. Internally, give yourself a little bit of appreciation for showing up this morning. Monday morning, you are victim to any crazy sleep habits that you had throughout the weekend. So Monday morning is notoriously hard to wake up and get moving. So give yourself a little pat on the back, a little internal hug, and allow yourself to just be here now. Release any thoughts about what's coming up during the week or whatever. Just take nice deep breaths in and out. For this time now, just allow yourself to practice and be present, because you know that through the practice of presence, life can take care of itself and it can become more effortless. Continue to return to the sensation of your breathing. Really good. Take a nice deep breath into the belly. Inhale. Fill all the way up. And exhale, make an audible sigh. Let's get one more of those. Deep belly inhale. Fill all the way up. And forcefully exhale with a sigh. Really good. Now slowly and gradually begin to open your eyes. Then take out any blocks that you might be sitting on and meet me sitting on your mat. And we'll move into bound angle pose. So bound angle pose is when we have the bottoms of our feet touching each other here. This is bound angle pose. And if I had higher or better hip flexibility, I would be able to get my knees to the ground, but I can't do that. So bring your bottoms of your feet together. Breathe in, spine nice and straight. Roll the shoulders back. Breathe in and out. Now grab your toes. Grab the fronts of your feet here, and then kind of pull with your chest still strong and your shoulders still strong, pull your chest towards your feet. So don't lose the structure in your spine. Don't bend over just yet. Keep your spine structured. Slowly just pull a little bit towards your feet. Breathe in and out. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, come back to neutral spine, sitting up straight. And inhale the fingertips up to the sky. And then on your exhale, start to twist towards the left side. Left palm finds the floor behind you. Right palm finds the top of the left knee. And we'll just get a slight spinal twist. So on your spinal twist, take a nice deep inhale while you're still loose. And then exhale, wring it out like a towel. So inhale, come out of the twist a little bit. Exhale, find depth in your twist. The reason we want to do that, obviously, is because the lungs are expanding. It's hard to get a full twist when you have a chest full of air. So allow the twist to relax when you breathe in and deepen when you breathe out. Inhale your arms back up to center. Exhale, begin to twist to the right. Right palm finds the floor behind you. Left palm finds the top of your right knee. Same thing. On the exhale, deepen the twist. Then on the inhale, release a little bit. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, release. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Come back up to neutral. Reach for those feet again. And then slowly start to fold forward over your feet, using your arms or your hands as leverage to pull yourself towards your feet. Nice, y'all. Nice deep breaths in and out. So much appreciation for this Monday morning and having y'all in my class. Marks opportunities, possibilities going into a new week. Walk your hands forward a little bit if you would like. See if you can reach forward, find even a little bit more depth in your bound ankle pose. Continue breathing normally. Nice deep breath in and out. Awesome. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Rise up. Get little butterflies slowly in your legs to release those hips a little bit. And bring your feet out straight in front of you. Wiggle your toes. Roll your ankles in little circles. Awesome. Now meet me in tabletop. Sweep those knees around. And then root your knees into the floor. Hands rooted into the floor. Now, from here, we're going to get a wrist stretch in tabletop. So you're going to flip your fingertips towards your knees. So go slowly with this because you might have some pretty tight forearms, but flip your hands around, fingertips face towards your knees. And then you might not feel a ton of stretch just initially here, but if you lean the hips back just a little bit, like even an inch or two, you'll really start to feel an intense stretch in your forearms. Just a nice little forearm stretch here. It's really great for releasing those arms if you're typing a lot during the day. Awesome. One more breath in. Exhale, come back to center, flip those palms around. Root the left palm into the floor and then lift the right hand off the ground and roll your wrist a couple of times. And then same thing on the other side. Root the right palm and then roll the wrist. Awesome. Now, balancing table, elbow to knee. So balance or root your right palm into the floor, root your left knee into the floor and the top of the left foot. You're going to balance on those two legs, two table legs. And then on an take a deep breath in. And then on an exhale, kick the right foot back and the left palm goes forward, or the left fingertips go forward. Take a breath in. Then on an exhale again, crunch the right knee up to meet the left elbow underneath the center of your body. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Right knee meets the left elbow right under your chest, right under your belly. Inhale, expand. Building up some heat here. Exhale, contract. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Awesome. Come back to table. We'll get some hip kind of windshield wipers here. So just move your hips over to the right. So these aren't full hip circles, but once you get over to the right, you can move forward and back a little bit just to see where those hips are at this morning. After a full weekend, maybe you got some yoga in, maybe you didn't. Wherever you are, it's okay. And then move your hips over to the left. You can go up and down a little bit, getting that 10% of a circle over on the left side. We'll do one more each side. So go back to the right. Just feel out where your hips are this morning. And then back to the left. Awesome. Now, let's go to our balancing table, knee to elbow again. So now you're gonna root into the, which one do we just do? Root into the right, balance the right palm into the floor. We're doing, so balancing the left palm into the floor, balancing on the right knee. So now we're gonna do our right elbow and our left foot. So kick the left foot back, right fingertips go forward, take a breath in. And on the exhale, left knee finds the right elbow, breathe out. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Inhale, expand. Going nice and slow, or at your own speed. Exhale, contract. Two more. Contract. One more. And contract. Awesome. Allow your knee and your hand to find the floor. Again, get a couple of those windshield wiper hips there. I always get confused because you have 4 different points of contact on the balancing table. So I was like, wait, left hand goes here, and kind of like a twister a little bit. Okay, y'all. So from your tabletop, take a deep breath in and breathe out. Nice audible sigh. Now start to, before we walk our hands back, tuck your toes under here, and then start to walk your hands back towards your knees. So now we're gonna come into a foot stretch here. So this is called a toe squat. And so walk your hands back towards your knees really slowly, because you'll see that this stretch gets intense pretty quickly. And then if you can come to kind of sitting on top of your heels. But if that is way too intense, which it might be since you're just waking up, you can just have some blocks here, or just keep your hands on the ground and kind of gauge where that foot feels, and then find a comfortable place. And it can feel a little bit painful, but that's just kind of part of the stretch. Some of these deep stretches have a little bit of pain with them. As long as it's not super sharp, then you can feel confident that your foot isn't going to rip in half. Awesome, y'all. Nice deep breath in. Yeah, feel free to readjust. Deep breath in. Awesome. Start to walk your hands forward, back to table a little bit. Untuck those toes, and then slowly move your feet around. So move your feet in little circles, flex and relax them. Awesome. The reason we did that is because we're going to do a side lunge in this next sequence. So having your feet a little bit more flexed or a little bit more loose will be nice. Okay, tuck your toes under again, and then start to walk your hands back towards your feet, but lift your knees off the ground. We're coming into a forward fold, okay? Awesome. First forward fold of the day. Sides are a little bound angle pose. So you can grab opposite elbows and move side to side, as is customary with first forward folds of the day. Nice, y'all. Breathe in and out. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Keep a nice micro bend in your knees. Your head will come up last. Now we're in mountain pose. Okay, so this is our moon salutation. In mountain pose, inhale the fingertips up, touch up top. Exhale, hands come to heart center, and then step your legs out wide. Your feet are going to create kind of a V shape here, and then on an exhale, sit down into goddess pose. Fingertips go up to the sky, sitting down into our goddess pose here. So from here, we're going to hold this for a second, but then we're going to go into triangle pose on the right side, okay? So breathe in and out. One more breath in. Exhale, lengthen those legs, stand up straight. And now from here, you can bring your hands to heart center. From here, point your right toes over to the front of your mat here, and then shift your left foot so that it's perpendicular with your right foot. Your right heel should be able to draw a line in between the left foot. Inhale, come up to nice and straight. Exhale, hands come out straight from your side body, and then slight micro bend in the knee, fold forward for pyramid or for triangle pose. So for here, you can grab a block if you would like some support, or you can grab your shin or your ankle. So these are kind of tricky transitions. There's a couple things that have to happen to get into pyramid pose. We got to move, or to get into triangle pose, as we just did, you got to move your feet a little bit, adjust your hips. I find that micro adjustments are sometimes tougher to cue than big moves. Okay, so come up out of that a little bit, rise up. Now you're going to take your left foot and point it just a little bit more forward so that we can turn our hips, because we're going to fold forward over our right leg. So this is pyramid pose. So turn that left foot forward a little bit so we have our hips nice and lined up, and then start to fold forward over that right leg, reaching towards your ankles or reaching towards the floor. And this is pyramid pose. And notice the big difference here is that our chest and our hips are now no longer open. We're closing down towards the floor. Again, feel free to grab a block if you'd like a little bit more of a support, bringing the ground closer to your hands. Nice, breathe in and out. Now remove that block, start to bring your hands towards the floor, bend that right knee, step the left foot back. Top of the left foot finds the floor as the left knee finds the floor. So really left knee finds the floor first, then top of the left foot. Now we're in a low lunge here. If this feels really good, you can stay here. If you want a little bit of a deeper stretch into the hips, rise up into crescent lunge. Gaze goes to the ceiling, fingertips go to the sky. Hips going into the ground. Breathing in and out. One more breath in. Exhale, hands find the floor. Now from here, we're going to move into our side squat, okay? So this is kind of a tricky thing. So start to walk your hands over towards the left. So you're going to come around the knee, walk your hands towards center, allow your right foot to follow you, and then come up onto your left heel. So we're turning the body around, and then you're going to come onto your left heel and your right toes, okay? So coming from crescent, Walk the hands around, come onto your right toes, come onto your left heel, left toes facing the ceiling. You can see I'm on top of my right foot right here. My heel isn't on the ground. So this is why we wanted to do that toe stretch in the beginning to prepare our feet for our side squat here. Awesome, y'all. You'll feel that in your hamstring and your calf here. Nice breath in and out. Now we're going to do that same sequence again, but we're going to go we're going to go in reverse here. Okay, so we're going to start with our side stretch on the left side. We'll go all the way back up through that sequence. Okay, so start to walk your hands over towards the left. Walk your whole body over towards the left. Root the right heel into the ground. Right toes find the sky. And then come onto your left foot, ball of your left foot. Nice, y'all. Nice breath in and out. Breathe in. And then on your exhale, walk your hands around the left knee. Start to transition into your crescent lunge on the left leg. So keep frame the left foot with our hands. And then right knee finds the ground. Top of the right foot finds the ground. And now we're in our low lunge, and then transition into crescent lunge if you would like, or if you stayed in low lunge on the other side, go ahead and do that. Breathe in to the floor. Breathe in and out. Awesome. Allow your hands to find the floor, frame the left foot, tuck those right toes under, lift the right leg off of the ground. Now walk your right foot in a little bit closer, and then prepare for pyramid. So walk that right foot in a little bit. Right toes are facing the corner of your mat here. Then lengthen out that left leg, and you're in pyramid. So from here, not a ton of transition necessary. Just make sure your hips and your chest facing towards the floor. We're folding over the right leg. So from pyramid, we're going to transition into triangle. You can grab a block. Feel free to come out of the pose to grab a block at any time. All right, drop that right heel back a little bit so that your left heel is intersecting the middle of your right foot. And then rise up, lengthen out that left leg. Rise up a little bit. So we rise up so that we can get this little booty pop. So pop your booty out just a little bit and then fold forward for pyramid pose. Awesome, y'all. Or for triangle. I always get triangle and pyramid mixed up for some reason. Awesome. Inhale, rise up out of that. Turn both of your toes forward, but then bring your heels together a little bit to create a V shape in your feet, and then sink down into goddess pose. Breathe in and out. Inhale, stand up out of that. Bring your toes together. Inhale, fingertips up, touch to touch up top. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Whew. Nice, y'all. Good job. Now we're just going to go through a little warrior sequence and a couple of ground stretches, and we're good to go. All right. So from here, from your mountain pose, step your right foot forward, coming into warrior one. So for warrior one, your left toe, the warrior one stance is similar to our pyramid pose. We want our left foot facing towards the corner of our mat so that our hips and our chest are facing forward. Breathe in and out. One more breath in. Then on the exhale, turn your left heel over to the side so that your left toes are now facing the side of your mat, then sinking into warrior two. So a slight move of that left foot and then opening up the chest and the hips for warrior two. Awesome. Now look towards your right foot. We're going to quickly go into, into warrior three. Look towards your right foot, and then you're going to start to slowly walk your left foot forward to balance on your right foot. Hips and chest going towards the ground. Kick the left foot back. Fold forward. You can have hands at prayer center. And then step the left foot back, peaceful warrior. So left palm finds the floor, right fingertips go to the sky. Awesome. Now, from here, come back up into like just a neutral wide-legged stance. And we'll switch over to the left side now. So step your left foot forward, right toes going towards front of your mat here, and warrior one on this side. Sink into that front hip, chest and hips are forward. Breathe in and out. One more breath in. And then on the exhale, drop the right foot back a little bit. Open up your hips and your chest, and then gaze over your fingers. Awesome. Transition into warrior three. Look down at your left foot, start to walk your right foot in a little bit, and then hips and chest go to the ground as you balance into your left foot. Hands come to heart center. Step the right foot back to the floor. Reverse your warrior. Fingertips go to the sky. Reach for that right leg. Breathe in and out. Now on the exhale, windmill your arms towards the floor. Frame that left foot, then step the left foot back. We'll get a vinyasa here. So slowly lower yourself to the ground from plank. Get cobra or upward facing dog. And then tuck your toes under, hips go to the sky. Downward facing dog. Nice, calm. Slowly lower your knees to the floor. And then come to your butt. And then flip over onto your back. Root the bottoms of your feet into the floor while you're on your back. And breathe in and out. Just one or two poses here down on the floor. So lengthen out your right leg, hug your left knee into your chest for half wind release pose. Nice breath in and out. Lengthen out that left leg, bring your right knee into your chest. Allow yourself to relax. We had a challenging sequence there, or maybe not so challenging, depending on where you're at. Lengthen out the right leg. Now step both of your feet up towards your butt. Knees go to the ceiling, moving into bridge pose. Fingertips going towards your heels. Press your hips into the sky, towards the sky. Release those hips. We had a lot of hip flexion. We want to have a little bit of extension here as well. Slowly lower your lower back to the earth. Now, bring the bottoms of your feet together, and then allow your knees to open up towards the sides. So this is bound angle on the ground. This is supine bound angle pose. So the pose that we started with, just on the floor. Awesome. Let's move into a little bit of breath work here. You can keep your legs like this for as long as feels comfortable, or you can move into constructive rest or lying down on your back in corpse pose. Okay, from here, take a nice deep breath into your belly and exhale. Allow yourself to find a little bit of silence. Relax. Give yourself a little bit of appreciation for showing up to practice. if you haven't lengthened out your legs, go ahead and lengthen, lying on your back in corpse pose. Take another deep breath in together. Breathe in deeply. And slowly exhale through the mouth. Another deep inhale. Breathe in deeply. And breathe out through the mouth. And you can make it audible. Now, let's practice a little bit of box breathing. So can do this breath purely through my cues here. For box breathing, this is a type of ratio breathing, which means we're going to inhale, hold, and exhale for the same count. We'll start out with a count of 4, and I'll keep the count. And then maybe we'll increase a little bit to 5 or 6. But so basically, this is how it works. We'll inhale for a count of 4. Then we'll hold for a count of 4. Then we'll exhale for a count of 4. Then we'll hold for a count of 4. And then we're back at the inhale. So notice how I didn't say 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll keep the count. But throughout the entire inhale period, make sure you're breathing in deeply, and then hold. And then for the entire exhale period, slowly exhale, but exhale fully. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Breathe out, exhale all of your air, and then take a nice deep inhale for 4. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Now we'll move up to 5 seconds. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. And return to normal breathing. Slowly and gradually begin to wiggle your toes, your fingertips. And then make your way up to a seated position. And slowly and gradually begin to open your eyes. Okay, y'all. Awesome. Go ahead and grab your journal. We'll play with the journal prompts for today, and then we'll go into a brief visualization exercise. Awesome. Journal prompts for today. What are a few things you can be excited or grateful for this week? That's number one. What are a few things you can be excited for or grateful for this week? You could be excited to come to class every day. You could be excited for some work that you're doing. You could be excited to have coffee with a friend. You could be grateful just to be alive. Write out a few things and then write out a few reasons why. Kind of expand on them. Get some distance out of each of these. So what can you be grateful or excited for this week? And then the second one, How would you like to show up this week? How would you like to show up this week? This can be both how you show up in your interactions with others, how you show up to your work and your tasks. It's also how you deal with challenges. So how do you want to show up this week? You can make those separate things. You can make a couple lines about how you'd like to show up in terms of your energy, your openness to others, your kindness, and then also some intention around when you meet a challenge, how do you deal with the challenge? How do highest self deal with the challenge? The you that knows how to deal with challenges really well. Awesome. Take 20 or 30 more seconds. If you're finished writing, go ahead and read over what you've written. Kind of start to visualize a little bit what it actually looks like for you. Okay, let's go ahead and wrap it up. And find a seat for meditation. So we'll practice this in visualization. So all of the intentions that you've written down, one of the best ways to make these things happen is to see ourselves being successful ahead of time and making intentions and decisions ahead of time of how we want to show up in the world. So go ahead and close your eyes, find a nice comfortable seat. You can continue writing too if you would like. For us going into the visualization, take a nice deep breath in and breathe out. Allow yourself to relax with your eyes closed. Start with the first prompt. What can you get excited about this week? So think of some of the things or possibilities that you can be excited about or grateful for this week. Start with one of them. Allow yourself to come into the experience in visualization. See if you can play with the way that the visualization looks. Think of it as if you're watching a movie. You have the control to adjust the color, the brightness, the speed, the sound. So come into a visualization, some of the things you're excited or grateful for this week. Allow yourself to play here. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Guide yourself towards things that feel good. Guide yourself towards visions that make you feel good. What can you be excited about or grateful for this week? All right, let's move on to number 2. How would you like to show up this week? How would you like to show up this week? So imagine yourself either in first person view or watching yourself as if you're a character in a movie in third person view. Imagine yourself showing up in each of this week's situations the way that you would like to show up. See yourself showing up with grace and ease, sharing smiles with people, being focused in your work, whatever it is. Open yourself up to being guided in this visualization. What would your highest self do? Again, allow yourself to play. Okay, I'll guide you a little bit here. Imagine that what is to come, what are the results of you acting as your highest self for a long period of time? What are the results of you embodying this visualization for a long period of time? What if you were to do this for a couple of months or even a whole year? Imagine an end goal that you're striving for. Imagine an end goal, and then imagine that that end goal has been achieved. Imagine that you are achieving or living the life that is now in your dreams and in your goals and in your journals. Really breathe this in. And the key here is we're trying to create the emotion. Imagine how you would feel if your goal was achieved. Put yourself into the emotion. See yourself achieving this goal, however big or however small. See yourself happy and excited. See yourself in vivid color. Imagine how others interact with you. Imagine what environments you are in. Imagine what people you interact with. Imagine your entire life situation. Really good. Take a nice deep breath in and slowly exhale. Allow the visualization to fade away. And slowly and gradually begin to open your eyes. Thank you for joining me for week 2, day number 1 of the Namaste New Year Challenge. I appreciate you showing up on this beautiful Monday and working through what is a bit of a challenging yoga practice, I thought. So good job. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. I hope to see you in practice many more times again this week. And remember some of those intentions that you had going into this week, whether they're intentions, things to be grateful for, things you can be excited about, and because that will help you to keep the emotional momentum going. Okay, everybody have a wonderful day. All together we say, hands at heart center, namaste.